Hey, what's going on, sports fans? It's your boy Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Here are my reaction to Game 3 of Rockets versus Warriors. Now, after Game 2, a lot of people got excited because the Rockets beat the Warriors going away. They're like, okay, the Rockets had the best record in the regular season. Maybe they're truly ready to challenge or even take down the Golden State Warriors. And I had to kind of throw water on it and dampen the fire and say, hey, the Warriors had a very uncharacteristic type game in Game 2. Game 2, they only had 2 players in double figures. Game 3, they had 6. That's more of their style. That's more of what you will see with them. Steph Curry in the first 2 games went 2 of 13 from the three-point line. Game 3 went 5 for 12 and just blew up in the third quarter. That's a Steph Curry that you're more likely to see than the one from games 1 and 2. Kevin Durant still doing his thing, scored 25 and is still unstoppable because of his size advantage in this matchup. Unfortunately, Houston does not have an answer for him at all. In Game 2, we saw Eric Gordon go 6 for 9 from the three-point line, scored 27 points. We saw PJ Tucker go 5 for 6 from the three-point line, scored 22. And that was a big portion of why they was able to win Game 2 with James Harden going 3 for 15 from the three-point line in Game 2, which a lot of people didn't even notice because Houston won the game. Now, in this game, James Harden didn't have his best game, and your role players went back to being regular role players. They didn't have those 20-plus point performances that they had in Game 2, and you see the result. Golden State amped up their defense. Next thing you know, Steph Curry gets rolling, the crowd gets into it, avalanche comes, and that's your game. And I predicted at the beginning of the series Warriors in 6, and then after Game 2 I said Warriors in 5. And I definitely still believe that the Warriors are going to win 2 more after this one because they just have too much talent. With Steph getting back into his groove, what are you going to do? You had a chance when Steph was out of his groove with Kevin Durant, and it still was hard with Kevin Durant going off and Steph being off. In Game 2, not only was Steph off, but Klay was off. Draymond didn't add much. Iguodala didn't. Livingston didn't. You're not going to have that. Even if Steph was off this game, you still had others contributing in big ways. Like Draymond had 17 rebounds tonight. You still had those other performances. Klay Thompson came back with a good shooting performance. So you're still going to have the others for Golden State have more consistent performances than the others for the Rockets. So when you have 2 stars versus 3 for Golden State and 2 for Houston, you could say 4 if you consider Draymond a star, and the others for Golden State having more experience in that system and being more consistent, it's just too much to overcome for Houston. So as a Warriors hater, I hate to say it, but I don't see much changing through the rest of this series. Hopefully Houston can go back to moving the ball around and going into their offense fast like they were in Game 2. But the Warriors did find a way to slow that down, to make sure they weren't getting open three-pointers. That's what had PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon going. Trevor Ariza getting open threes. Now those threes weren't there, and you see what happened. And plus, this game got out of hand pretty quickly because Houston, in the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter, went through a dry spell and weren't able to get back into the game, especially after Steph Curry caught fire in the third quarter. But hopefully we get a good series, man, because neither one of these series, Eastern or Western Conference Finals, has gave us one good game yet. Not one. We have good storylines, which has distracted from the fact that all 6 games have been blowouts. Hopefully we get some good games before the finals, because I don't see Cleveland or Boston really challenging Golden State when they get there. So hopefully the conference finals can give us some type of good game, something to hold on to as an NBA fan. All right, but until next time, please subscribe to the podcast. The links are above on Facebook, below on YouTube. Please press the like button. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe. And until next time, go real or go home.